Welcome back everybody to the R44 YouTube channel and re-welcoming my new and improved BMW M2. Okay, so I know what you're thinking, and why on earth did I introduce the car to the channel about a month ago and all of a sudden it is completely changed, and you're kind of joining me within the middle end of the process of what we're actually doing to this car. Now, let me rewind. The car was green. It was like an Island Man green sort of thing. If you want to go see that video, we have uploaded it. Go and check it out so that you know the full rundown of what the car looked like and the spec that it had. Now, we've gone through a whole load of processes and everything, but me personally, when I got wind that there was a new F-Series carbon kit coming out from MHC, I was all over it. I've had the same carbon kit now for 2 years since owning this car, and it's just got a bit boring. There's not much on the market that is really that different, and if you did want to go that different, which I intended to when I first got the car, you're spending a lot of money. So it's something that I wanted to keep to a budget, essentially, but also have the OEM Plus stance sort of feel to the car. I just wanted a new carbon kit. I wanted the car to stick out. Fast forward, we have the M5 just over there. Hugely inspired by that build because it just looks so clean, it's so sick, and I loved everything about it. So I had to do it to my F87 M2. Now, we went through a process where I got this car done. We got the wheels refurbed, calipers refurbed, and a full rewrap with some chrome parts, including the nice little addition of the R44 sunstrip. That was absolutely fine until I got the car and I thought that just wasn't enough. The change of the car being wrapped and just the color change just wasn't enough for me to really love the car as much. So I've ordered an MHC kit, which will hopefully arrive later on in the video. It currently has not yet, so we're praying, because at the end of this week, me, Reese, and the team are going to, and Dylan are taking his F87 competition as well as my OG M2 to the Nurburgring this weekend, so it all needs to be fitted and done. So just to give you a rundown on the car at the moment, the wheels have gone off to get refurbed into a different color because I didn't like the color that they were on previously, so that they will come back later in the video, so you'll see that. We are missing the badges, as you can see as well. That is also something that has arrived. I do have that, but I'm not going to show you until we go to fit them, and then you can let me know if I made the right decision, because it was a bit of a gamble, I'll be honest. So, but the biggest part to this car that we are fitting in today's YouTube video is the BC coilovers. I've had the same stance kit from R44 coming up to about 3 years now. At this point, I didn't actually work for R44. I didn't know them. I just went and got a stance kit fitted, and there was an IBAC springs and spacers, and I was over the moon with those modifications, and it was fine. 2 years later, I think the shocks are having a bit of a hard time. It's on 75,000 miles. You know, we've had the stance kit on now for about 20,000 miles. It's getting a bit tired, I'll be honest. And finally, we are getting some coilovers on there. So we are getting some BC coilovers, which again are somewhere in the workshop, which I'll find later on in the video to show you them. And yeah, let's give you a full rundown on the car. What I also changed was the stud and nut kit. I originally had a black stud and nut kit, and it just wasn't really vibing with the car and how it looked and sort of the Swiss spec with the chrome and everything. So I went to Sambo's and I got a fully forged stainless steel set of stud and nut kits to finish off the wheel area nicely. But that is going to be sort of, that's really it. You can see the majority of the car has changed with the wrap, but in terms of any sort of hardware fitting, it's not changed that much, which is why in today's video we are prepping it for the Nürburgring. So now that the wheels have arrived, we need to get these stock wheels off because the fitment on them is absolutely horrible. But we had to have something temporary for the car to get around so I can get to and from work. But now we are going to start getting this car on the ramp, getting it stripped down and fitting the BC coilovers. So it is a new day and the package has arrived of the BC coilovers. Now, just before we go into the product booth to show you brand new out of the box, because once we put them back on the car, they are not going to look like this ever again. I did just want to explain the different series that BC has. BC has an umbrella essentially of all different series of coilovers that they do. Now, I have gone for the BR sort of series set, which is primarily used for daily road, but also a fast road setup, so that you have the adjustability, but also it is not too much different from the OEM feel. Then they have the DS series, which again, you can use it on the road. It's still usable on the road, daily driving, things like that. This is when you start getting into a track-focused coilover. So you will notice a difference between the BR and DS coilover. It really depends on what you want to go with. Mine is a fast road daily setup. That's why I went for the BR coilovers. So the next series we're going to be talking about is the RM series, and this is when you can notice a significant difference in your daily coilovers as opposed to your more track focused coilovers. These are like a club sport inspired coilover, but with still just one way adjustability. So all of the ones that I've just talked about are still one way, and then the next series, this is when we move on to a two-way adjustable coilover. Now the next series we're going to be talking about is the ER, which is external reservoir coilovers. So that is going to be 90% set up for the track. On these coilovers, you're going to be able to drive to the track, yes, but it's going to be a track-focused car. That is also the only two-way adjustable coilover that BC offer. So the next series we're going to be talking about is the ZR and ZX. These are the two three-way adjustable coilovers. ZX is a coilover that will rival the KW competition coilovers as well as the Öhlins. So if you are looking for your M car to be properly set up, then the ZX and ZR series is going to be for you. Now that is hopefully showing you the umbrella of the series of the coilovers, we're going to get in now to the product booth and have a look at the ones that I've got. The new heart of the M2 has arrived. The coilovers, the BC coilovers, and honestly, I've just unpackaged these just now. They look insane. I almost feel bad that they're going to go on the car, get hammered, get dirty, and then they'll never look the same again. So we have to appreciate them in the product booth while they're sitting here and all their goodness. But you can see all the adjustment that we have. Honestly, I cannot wait to get these on. I don't even know how they're going to look with the fitment, with how low they can go. Who knows? But I would say with the stance kit that I had from R44 a few years ago now, is that it was pretty dialed in. Like, I did like the ride height and everything of it. I think the issue I had at the time, it just wasn't low enough. I was relying on the carbon kit to make the car look lower. So I'm hoping with the adjustment that we have on the camber adjustment as well as the top mounts on the front suspension, I'm hoping we can tuck them in a bit more, get a bit more low and avoid the scrubbing. That is my biggest issue because of the wrap. If my arch is scrubbed, you know, paint's a bit more hard wearing, but as soon as you start ruining the edges of a wrap, that'll be the whole panel gone. So we have to be careful of that. Like Dylan has just done with his car, we had to raise it and put smaller spaces on it just to, avoid the arches, because once they go, the wrap goes, and that's the whole point of the car. But I'm going to flip you around now and show you the BC coilovers in all their goodness. Look at the top mount adjustability. We have hard and soft dampening. Then we have the rear coilover suspension setup. This looks, honestly, this looks 10/10. I kind of wish now I went with like black and gold for the M2, because these, I would base the car just around this suspension alone. BC, thank you for sending these out, because these look absolutely insane. I cannot wait to start dialing in this car, and this is a setup I didn't think I would have in the M2. So I am very grateful, and I'm ready to get these on right now. So now we have one OEM shock out, and as I mentioned before, I had the IBAC Springs sort of stance kit from there, and they've been on the car for about 20,000 miles now. Now overall, this shock is not bad for the mileage. There is an issue I had previously when I fitted the shocks and springs, which was that I had leaky shocks. Ever since then, the suspension's been okay, but it's never sort of been as it should, and I think that's just down to the age. We've got this split boot, which obviously all the dust's been going onto the shock. It doesn't make them as efficient, but now we have the new BC coilover, which I cannot wait to get on and start dialing in. So obviously with the coilover, we have the height adjustment as well as the dampening, which I have never had a car that's had sort of dampening adjustment as well as camber adjustment. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that is once it's dialed in on the car and how much difference that actually makes to the stock suspension. But right now I'm going to stop waffling on and get these on the car. Look at that, in the bin, get in the bin. We now have the stock top mount out, which looks absolutely horrible. When you put that against the BC top mount, look at that. Look at all the adjustment. Look at how clean it is. Look at the bolts. Wow. And then look at that. That is 75,000 miles. If it hasn't been changed previously, it hasn't been changed in my ownership at least anyway. That is horrid. No adjustability, no handling mods, nothing. And then look at all of this. So we have just taken the rear shock out, and that, wow, that is, yeah, we need to get rid of that. So with the power of editing, you have no idea what's been going on, but the BCs have been getting fitted, they are fitted, and I'm still on stock wheels. So obviously earlier in the video, you would have seen that as I was doing the intro, they were delivered. The issue was is that they were the exact same finish, and the issue I had with the previous wheels is that they were satin and I just couldn't keep them maintained. They weren't clean at all, they weren't happening. So we got the wheels redone and we got them lacquered, and now they're here, ready to get on the car so we can dial in the fitment on this. Look at, they're all getting it in, all getting it in. Let's get these wheels on the car and let's get this fitment dialed. So the wheels are now done, which I am gassed with. I wanted these lacquered from the start, and now we've got them done. It looks so much better. And now we have the carbon getting fitted to the car. We've actually gone with a comp front splitter because we didn't have stock for the GTX front splitter for an OG. So we've gone with the comp one. We're making that work. We've got this side skirt somewhere down on the floor, and then we've got the biggest part, which is the rear diffuser. 4-piece rear diffuser, which is going to look absolutely insane. Once we get that on, I will show you. So now the GTX kit is fully fitted to the car. We will update you with how that looks when we are going to the Nurburgring tomorrow, so which is later tonight essentially. So we're going there. We'll update you with how the car's looking. It's very late here currently at the R44 HQ. The car's fitted up, the wheels are on, and now we have the finishing touches, which are the badges. We've got it to match the wrap. Shout out to Nick, because we've got the badges, one to go on the rear, and then also the same to go on the front. So we're going to fit this up now and keep going. Have made it. It is a new day and we are at the Nurburgring. The car has been faultless and we've been blessed by the weather. We could not be happier. So just to run through the car and what we done previously, because there was a lot going on. We got everything done in time. We've got the MHC GTX front splitter. It is for the comp, but I'll be honest, doesn't actually fit that bad. Once we get the OG one on there, it will fit a lot better. We've obviously got the full length side skirts as well, which since owning this car, I have wanted a set of full-length side skirts, carbon especially, for the longest time, and you'll be surprised at how hard it is to find that. Then we've obviously got the rear, we've got the holy grail of the GTX kit, the rear diffuser, and not just any rear diffuser, the 4-piece rear diffuser. This is unlike anything on the market. It is absolutely insane. The quality of it, the finish, perfect. And I actually have a full custom exhaust with custom tips, and it fits around them perfectly, so you don't have to worry about, you know, your big tip guys or anything like that. They will fit around that. There's some jigging with the exhaust that we've done because it was carbon, it was fixed in a certain position, so we had to do some things to get them to sit lower. This looks absolutely spot on, but I'll turn you around now and show you the GTX kit and the ride height and everything. So like I said, we have the full rear diffuser. You can see that in all its glory with the rear spats, just giving this car a bit more road presence, something, you know, to do with the rear, something to make it look a bit more spicy essentially. And then we've got the full length carbon side skirts, which, if I'm honest, with the rear spats, this just completes the look. It really does. It ties everything, all the carbon in. We've obviously got the, now personally, what do we think? I use this car for a lot of daily driving and things like that. I like the ride height as it is, but it is very soft, so we do have to dial that in. I think we're going to have to get it stiffer, but I'm going to stop yapping. We're going to get in this car and test out on the hills these BC coilovers. So we are out in the M2 on the Nurburgring hills to really test out these BC coilovers. Now on the drive here, I think my first impression is that they are very soft. Now I'm actually okay with that, because daily driving and everything, I didn't want to be vibrating and having too much feedback from the road, because my car is 90%, 95% used for daily driving, but it's also something where I wanted a bit of extra stance from the stance kit, but then I also wanted some adjustability with the suspension, a bit more camber and things, just to fit in the wheel arches a bit more, because I believe Reese mentioned in a previous video it's hard to get really good fitment on the M2s with sort of stock 19-inch wheels. I believe 18-inch may help, but the way the wheel arch line is set up and everything, unless you want to be constantly rubbing, it's hard to get good fitment. So I want to tuck them a bit more in the arches and see how good we can get the fitment. But let's see what we've got here. I know there's a lot of traffic today. The M55, incredible. I ran the stance kit for over 2 years, maybe 20,000 miles, and it was absolutely perfect for what I used it for. But anymore, you're as good as OEM, really. I think the only thing it does is it gives you, in the name, a bit more stance. But in terms of handling and things, it never felt dialed in. It felt okay to use, but it never felt predictable and, you know, sensitive and very divert. This feels, even the steering feeling, it feels so much more direct and so much more sharp. We've got some space here. Just dialed, absolutely. Just, it becomes so much more predictable. Leaning into the corners, it's so much more comfortable. I just can't big up these coilovers enough. So that is going to be it for this video. I'm left to the rest of the weekend to enjoy this car. I cannot wait to really test it out and really dial in the suspension and see how it goes, but it's a work in progress. This car is still going to be in the workshop, still getting its little bits done. And oh yeah, shout out to Nick as well for the badges. You saw them previously. Really nice addition to match in with the car. But yeah, if you've liked this, shout out to BC, shout out to MHC, shout out to R44, everyone. But if you've liked this video, like, comment, subscribe, ask any questions in the comments. Parts will be linked down in the description, so you can go find them there. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.